was moved by Ms. Willie and a second by Mr. Kanuha. Shar, would you like to introduce the nominee?
Good morning, Chair Kern and members of the committee. Mayor Kinoy's nominees to the South Kohala Community Development Plan are as follows. The first one is Mr. Roger Harris for a 4-year term. He was born in Honolulu but now lives in Waimea and has resided in on Hawaii Island since 1989. He served as a Planner 5 for the City and County of Honolulu from 1970 to 1978. He is a self-employed independent consultant and has been actively involved with both the South Kohala Resort area and the new development at the University of Hawaii near Kona International Airport. He's a board member of the Puakai Ilima o Kauai High and the Kealakekua Ranch Corporation, and a member of the Kauai High Canoe Club and the Waimea Community Association. His extensive knowledge of the construction industry and the planning process will provide an excellent viewpoint into the Action Committee meetings and discussions.
Thank you. Can we have Mr. Harris come forward?
Thanks.
Good morning, Mr. Harris. Would you state your name for the record?
My name is Roger Harris, and I live in Waimea.
Good morning. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I think I could add to the committee. I used to be on the Waimea Design Committee years ago as the chairman of the Design Committee, and I'm a technician, as you all know, I think, and so I think I like to work on public projects as well as private projects, and I think I can add something to the workings of the South Kohala area.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Any discussion? Ms. Willie?
Okay. Well, number one, I'm just very glad that we're getting these people onto the South Kohala CDP because we've had a lot of issues with quorum and an inability to move forward, and it's been a real limitation. And I think it's great to have Roger on here. One thing, I don't know how closely you've read the CDP, but it does talk about getting a high school. Ours is the only district, other than I think maybe some very small place, that doesn't have a public high school, and in some ways try to work on that as maybe a vocational institute that works with the other schools and works with one of your other projects, the community college. So I'm hoping that that's an area that can move forward. So let me just say I've heard about Roger many years before I met him from my brother Gene McCain and how great he is. So I'm very supportive of your nomination. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Willie. Any other discussion or questions? Mr. Onishi?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Harris, thank you for volunteering your services. And yes, Waimea will be, and Kohala will be, greatly appreciated with your knowledge that you will be bringing to that committee. And whatever support I can give you for that regional park area, you got my support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Onishi. I, too, just really support Mr. Harris on this. So he has the skills, he's got the time in the community, he's got the commitment that I feel that we need for committee members, commission members.
Yeah.
Ms. Poindexter?
Yeah, and I'd like to also say thank you for giving your time. And I'm sure I'll be very involved with the CDP also because part of my district runs into Waimea itself. So I have a lot of the people in the community there that is impacted by the CDP. So, but thank you for volunteering.
Thank you, Ms. Poindexter. Any other discussion? Ms. Eoff?
So I'd just like to thank Mr. Harris also. I've known him for quite a long time in different situations, and I think you bring a broad perspective to the CDP Action Committee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Eoff. Any other discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, let's take the vote.
Ms. Eoff?
Aye.
Ms. Ford?
No.
Mr. Iligan?
Aye.
Mr. Kanuha?
Aye.
Mr. Onishi?
Aye.
Ms. Poindexter?
Aye.
Ms. Willie?
Aye.
Mr. Yoshimoto?
Aye.
Chair Kern?
Aye.
Chair, you have 8 ayes.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Do my fellow council members feel that Mr. Harris needs to come back for the council meeting? No. So, you're good? Thank you, Mr. Harris. Okay, may I have a motion to recommend confirmation of John Mueller to the South Kohala Community Development Plan Action Committee?
So moved.
Second?
It's been moved by Councilmember Willie and a second by Councilmember Poindexter. Char, would you like to introduce that?
Mr. John Mueller is being nominated for a 4-year term. He is a full-time resident of Waikoloa. He has been a full-time resident for Waikoloa for 1 year, but he's been traveling every year to the Big Island for approximately 20 years. He has a Master of Arts degree and is nationally trained in mathematics. He has served as a curriculum coordinator at a magnet school and is now retired after 25 years of teaching. He's a volunteer for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and member of the West Hawaii Astronomy Club and the Waikoloa Seniors Group. His ability to work and teach with others in the public will be an asset to the Action Committee.
Thank you, Char. Is Mr. Mueller here today?
There is.
Okay, in Kona. Okay. Hi, good morning, Mr. Mueller. Would you please state your name for the record, and if you'd like to add anything, please do so.
My name is John Mueller. That's how I pronounce it, and it's spelled M-U-E-L-L-E-R. All I can say is that being new here, I know only what I've read and what I've talked to people about, and I think that that my learning curve may be a little bit longer, but I am very interested in learning about my new home, and I think that this would be an excellent way of doing it. I've worked a lot with people over my 40 years of teaching, and I think this would be an exciting and exciting venture for me. I would be happy to meet a lot of you that I see but have never met. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Any discussion? Mr. Kanua? Ms. Willie?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Mueller. Again, I'd love it if you come to see me and we can talk. And again, I see that you have a lot of assets in the area of education, and I see our district as like a potential for a great deal more education on many different levels, from mentorship up to the community college. So your knowledge and experience in that area will be very valuable. And have you had a chance to go through the South Kohala CDP at all? Have you read through some of it? If not, I encourage you to. He said yes.
Yes.
And do you understand the CDP to be a law and not just a guideline, and something that is able to sort of get your teeth into and make it a real action plan? I mean, I just realize that you haven't had a lot of experience, but as I understand it, you're willing to take the time to really make an effort to make some of these programs and directives happen.
Yes.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
So come see me.
Thank you, Ms. Willie. Mr. Kanuha?
Mahalo for volunteering for this, and I also had the same what Miss Willie said, that we appreciate all the assets you have in the Kohala CDP, and I think it would be a great asset, yourself being there. But I just wanted to mention my concern in that I really wish that you could have spent a little bit more time in the community, being a resident in the area that you lived before applying for one of these boards and commissions. But in that area of knowledge that you have, I think it'd be important to this community. But I just wanted to state my concern. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kanua. Any other discussion or questions? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, let's take the vote.
Ms. Eoff,
Aye.
Ms. Ford,
No.
Mr. Iligan,
Aye.
Mr. Kanuha,
Honolulu, yes.
Mr. Onishi, Ms. Poindexter,
Aye.
Ms. Willie,
Aye.
Mr. Yoshimoto, Chair Kern.
Aye.
Chair, you have 8 ayes.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Do any of my fellow council members feel that Mr. Miller should come back for our council meeting? Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Miller, you do not need to attend our council meeting if you do not want to. Thank you. It is now 10:31, and we've moved outside of my agenda. If it's
We have one more. We have one more.
I'm aware that we have one more. What I'm stating is that our my time frame for my committee has run out. What I'm asking is if there's no objection from any of my fellow council members that we continue through to get this done, so Ms. Tabor can go home and Shar can go home as well, or go back to work. No objection. No objections. Thank you. Okay, Shar, please introduce. Actually,
Ms. Tabor is with us in Waimea.
One second. Thank you. May I have a motion to recommend confirmation of Fran Tabor to the South Kohala Community Development Plan Action Committee?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion's been made by Councilmember Willie and a second by Councilmember Iligan. Shar.
Okay. Ms. Tabor is with us in Waimea today. She's a 15-year resident of Kohala. She received her master's degree in psychology in 1971 and her doctor of optometry in 1995. She was an original member of the South Kohala Community Development Plan Action Committee who resigned due to medical reasons. She is now ready to continue serving on this committee. She's active as a volunteer in the North Kohala Community Hospital and for election polls, and she's a member of the Waimea Community Association, the Waimea Outdoor Circle, the Lalamio Farmers Association, and the Waimea Traffic Safety Committee. She also serves on the Board of Friends for the T. Parker Library. She will provide an extensive background and involvement with the entire community and its interaction with this committee.
Thank you, Shar. Ms. Tabor, you're in Waimea?
Yes.
Please state your name, and if you'd like to add anything, you're more than welcome to.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Fran Tabor, and I would look forward to serving again on the Action Committee to implement the CDP action plan. I have read it and look forward to being a participant along with members of the community and involving members of the community more actively in working toward achieving the programs that are outlined in the plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tabor. Any discussion? Ms. Willie?
Yes. Fran, I think your participation is very important. I look at the well-being of our district, not just in terms of short-term economics, but in terms of long-term economics and long-term environmental well-being and long-term cultural well-being. And my one concern on each of these committees is the balance. And you bring a great deal of knowledge in terms of environment and some sensitivity to cultural issues. So I hope that you have a very strong voice and that you educate those others on the committee with your knowledge and share it, and that you persevere in what you know is important for our district. Thank you very much for your willingness to serve.
Thank you, Ms. Willie. Any other discussion or questions? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, let's call the vote.
Ms. Eoff,
Aye.
Ms. Ford,
Aye.
Mr. Iligan,
Aye.
Mr. Kanuha,
Aye.
Mr. Onishi, Ms. Poindexter,
Aye.
Ms. Willie,
Aye.
Mr. Yoshimoto,
Aye.
Chair Kern.
Aye.
Chair, you have 9 ayes.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Do any of my fellow council members feel that Ms. Tabor needs to come back for a committee or a council meeting? No. Thank you, Ms. Tabor. You don't need to come to the council meeting if you don't want to.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, committee. Thank you, council.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
It's been motion to adjourn has been made by Ms. Eoff and second by Mr. Onishi. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of adjournment, aye? Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, meeting is POW.